Welcome back to Friday here at CWL Champs, where Faze Clan and 100 Thieves are about to fight for their lives on the main stage. One of them will be placing top 16 alongside Splice and Envy, who are just knocked out by open bracket teams. I'm your host, Katie Bedford, joined by Nameless and Steady and Pac-Man here on the desk, where we are seeing these amateur teams step up. We are seeing these players make a name for themselves, and we are seeing our pro league teams, our pro players, sometimes our champs from last year, failing to do any of that and going home.
Absolutely, this match is gonna be a banger as well. Like, Faze dominated 100 Thieves last time they played them. 3-0, smoked them, sent them packing into the LB. So, you know that's lingering in 100 Thieves' mind right now, right? Like, Priest had a bad performance, he's gotta step it up in this series. There's just a lot of things going on in the 100 Thieves camp right now that they need to figure out.
Now, if you have not necessarily paid attention the whole entire season, we do want to remind you of some of these placings. Look at 100 Thieves. You can see there a very, very rough start originally, barely clinching into the Pro League qualifier at the start, but going back-to-back in London and Anaheim, however, falling in Miami and struggling here after a particularly slow start, but we know what they're capable of. We know what they can do.
Basically, after they picked up Priest, they became dominant. That fourth place loss wasn't even with him playing. Like, this 100 Thieves team has been so good. I think they had some of that fear factor. And I think that's gone away now for these teams. These teams have studied 100 Thieves to the T. They know what to expect. And now Faze has beaten them. Before, they had no premier wins on their schedule, right? But they 3-0'd 100 Thieves. They should have the confidence going forward towards this match.
Both of these teams got outslayed in both of their series. On the side of 100 Thieves, you have Priest sitting at a .61. That's the lowest I've ever seen him play throughout the entire year. And also, it was Kenny, their Maddox player. He's supposed to be one of those all-stars for your team. He was sitting at a .76. And that's something that you cannot have if you want 100 Thieves to be able to be consistent in all these respawns. On the side of Faze, everyone on the side of Faze as well versus Reciprocity got destroyed. The one that led in KD was Asim, and that was after that first map. He had a .9. Overall, the Slayers on Faze, Celium and Scraps, are both sitting at .8s.
And you can see it here, Faze Clan's placings throughout the year, the highest they have been able to reach at an event being third place at the CWL Finals in Miami, looking to move beyond that. However, they will have to take down 100 Thieves if they ever want a chance of getting second place or first place at the last event of this year. And they will have some very tough competition. I mean, 100 Thieves, both of these teams, extremely strong. And then whoever moves forward, you have to take down teams in the loser's bracket. And then eventually you have to face off the likes of potentially Optic or anyone else.
Extremely long road ahead. And it starts with one of the top 3 teams in the game. Either way you look at it, these are 2 top 4 teams in the world going at it right now, and this is round 1. Unpredictable series for me. I don't even know which way I'm leaning.
Yeah, it's tough to call, right? Because, you know, stylistically, it's pretty similar matchup. Like, both these guys are extremely powerful respawn teams, and, you know, in Search and Destroy, they've had their woes in the past at events. And, you know, at times, both of the teams have figured it out at times, and then it seems the Search and Destroy always starts to, you know, fall off. But, you know, taking a look at these map records, I'm not going to take too much from it because that is counting group play, and bracket play is completely different. I'm just thinking about that last 100 Thieves match where they lost 2 hard points. They have never lost 2 hard points in a series up until
Not
today.
since March.
Yeah, exactly. And Faze is an incredible respawn team. So if there are problems in hard point for 100 Thieves, that's somewhere Faze can absolutely capitalize on with the slang power that they have.
Well, it's time to get into things. Again, Faze Clan and 100 Thieves fighting for their lives. One of these teams is about to place top 16 here on Friday at CWL Champs. To take us through that, to see who is taking that top 16 placing, is going to be Merc and Nathan.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
I love you, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, how are you? You guys are doing great. Thanks for saying hi to me. Yes, Joe, I don't know how to feel about this. It's like insanity. We had a fan that was walking next to us as we were heading over, and he said, "What's the biggest surprise for you so far?" And we were like, Gen G. He goes, "Outside of that, loser of this." Like, this is just insane. The fact that these are the 2 teams going for top 16, it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. Do you believe in either team to have a potential run in them? Sure, but who comes out of this?
I mean, nobody wants to play either of these guys tomorrow, Sunday. Like, these are both 2 teams. I think if you see them win this match, I think they get top 4. I really do think they will, because I think they're just going to take that momentum and run with it. I wouldn't even be surprised, because I've done it before. You go from losers round 1 all the way to the grand final. Like, these guys have the products to do so.
So we didn't get to cast the Faze match, obviously. That was going on, I believe, when we were casting the 100 Thieves.
Yeah, versus Reciprocity
match, yes. But, all right, so for 100 Thieves, though, from what we saw, What do they need to fix up in this particular match?
I mean, you lost 2 Arsenals, right? Like, when's the last time we talked about them losing 2 Arsenals? They were so dominant on that map for a long time.
Well,
I mean,
the hard point they've been worse at recently. It got vetoed a lot. They haven't been as great as they used to, but still, it should be a very strong map for you.
Yeah, it should be a very strong map for them, right? We were talking to Crowder just a little bit. I mean, there was a blunder on frequency, right? Just plain and simple. Maybe a huge comeback from Luminosity probably shouldn't have happened. But it did happen, right? And this is the situation that you put yourself in. I mean, the good thing for 100 Thieves, they're still undefeated in Search and Destroy. And I think if you look about Faze, what we always talked about is their weakness in S&D. But, I mean, the desk talked about it. The last time these 2 teams matched up, it was a 3-0.
What's wild, though, if you would have told me that 100 Thieves be undefeated in Search and Destroy, I think they're on their way to a grand final through the winners bracket. Yeah. Not finding themselves in losers 1 with a chance to get knocked out. But it's just crazy. There's no other way to put it. The fact that this is the match we're commentating on a Friday night.
Oh, we did it last champs. It was just Luminosity versus Rise, right? It feels like it continues to happen.
All right, well, Faze fans, 100 Thieves fans, the boys need your lives on the line already here at the Poly Pavilion. But 5 go down almost instantaneously for 100 Thieves. Faze, a clean break as they set up an elevator.
I mean, that was a very good start. Talking about 100 Thieves, really the guy who had such a solid series was Octane. And, well, he put on a hell of a performance on this map. Slasher, he's gonna find 2. Him and Priest are gonna fly on through. But really, besides Priest, I thought Enable played well. There wasn't a lot of weaknesses that you can, I think, point out besides Priest's performance for 100 Thieves. It was just a couple of key plays that don't go their way.
No, that was the key for me, without question. I mean, he's triple negative map 1, double negative map 3. One of the best and most consistent players in the game. Priest has got to be better in this best of 5 if they're going to be Faze, and we'll see if he can do it. Faze, though, in a pretty good spot, 30-3. They have position at the backside of Orange, but 2 players push through 400 Thieves. That's enough presence to spawn 9 in the back. That'll be Octane. Can Octane get to a power position to line him up with the ICR and make the play? He's not even given a chance to as Scraps comes flying in.
You actually see that flips the spawns. Number 5, it seems spawns there. So 100 Thieves, we saw this in their last match, trying to hold from the front. You do have 0 inside elevator. Going to set up the crossfire with that ICR. And he's able to find 2 kills. Zuma with another one out front. This should be a solid hold for Faze. But you gotta talk about 0. I mean, when we talked about top ARs, we were talking about Formal Octane. Slasher 0. When he hits his prime, he can be one of the best ICRs, if not the best in the world.
Faze looking to increase this lead. 100 Thieves will be spawning in the back. They'll get the remaining time, but the rotation over to blue goes to Faze Clan. The first step for 100 Thieves going to be win this fight over towards elevator. Not able to do that, just more manpower there at the moment for Faze. Octane's gonna get cut down as well. It Scraps that goes big by getting 2. Now on the other side of the map, they're gonna spawn pipes. They're gonna start to flood in. Zero's gotta know this is where the next push is coming from. The RK7 enough to at least shut down the first.
Look at the
pinch. 3
pinch.
players pushing back. They're gonna get in position towards the hard point. Zuma in a world of trouble, but the finesse, the slide, dips out as his teammates come in to help.
Yeah, nice 2 kills, but this will still give 100 Thieves control as Kenny, he's able to find 2, Slasher with 2 of his own. Octane, a bit of a slow start now at 3-8. He was 2-8 just a second ago. We'll see if he can get going with this ICR. I think finally in a position to do so as he's locking down Elevator Street. Celium does fly on out. And I think one thing that you notice in this matchup, we saw 100 Thieves. Kenny was running a 3rd SOG, and I think that's an adjustment they've made already. So they have Kenny back on a 2nd Maddox, and maybe that's just what they need. We saw Units do it earlier. They dominated that map. Again, teams still trying to figure out what they want to run on this map with that 3 SOG meta. So 100 Thieves going right back to it with two Maddox.
Raceta tries to go high, gets picked out of the sky. Faze Clan enjoy the early time over towards pipes, but a pinch opportunity now as Octane hitting from one side. Please heal up. Now gets the heal in. Now opts to collapse. His teammates win the fights on the other side of it, and they'll get in for a moment. Zuma and Scraps doing what they can for Faze Clan to keep things interesting. It's 2 kills from Zuma and 1 from Celium that keep Faze alive in this fight. Faze still holding on to a narrow lead as of now. 12-6 start from Zuma. Double positive for him. You love to see that out of town.
Yeah, but still only a 13-point lead. Zero finds 2 kills. They're gonna get this scrap time. 100 Thieves now focusing on this elevator rotation, but Faze is here. You have the grab slam on a seam. When does he want to use it? He's gonna use the SOG on the first one, maybe get into a position, wait for multiple players to be here. Someone's gonna peek for some info, but here he's just gonna go, able to find another one with that SOG. There's a bit of a pinch developing. You have Octane, Priesta on one side, 3 other members on the other. Grab slam in, he's gonna take down one of his teammates. Not the best grab from him, and Priesta's gonna fly on through.
Priesta at 8 and 12, looking to make his impact in this map 1, but it's Kenny doing it from the top window. We'll get over to Priesta. He's got some help inside, but the War Machine's gonna come in. It's Slasher trying to do the damage. Priesta hits a melee as well, has the grab slam to use. They come soaring in front. Leads to a team kill, 400 Thieves. Kenny now 3 in a row, up to 16 and 13. Does some damage there to assist Octane as well as 100 Thieves start trying to roar back into this one. Now gonna be down approximately 10 points as we'll set up for the next rotation. Enable tries to get there, the timing a little bit off, Joe. Couldn't get to the angle.
Yeah,
first.
these are key kills. You're gonna see where 100 Thieves is gonna spawn. They're gonna spawn towards low pipes. Priesta just trying to stay alive, wait for his teammate, manling back and forth. Does have the grab slam. We've seen him in this position before. Is it gonna hit this time? Finds 3. That's what he's looking for. Goes deep in the pocket. And that should lead to 100 Thieves with a nice spawn flip.
Yeah, I think he learned a lesson maybe from the one he went for against Luminosity earlier today. That one connects big time. Lead change. 100 Thieves as they go out in front. Faze Clan trying to get in through that back corridor. They will take 3 down, but Abel's still gonna be standing tall in the hard point. Vision Pulse to work with. How much these final 20 seconds are they going to be able to get? It's 3 down again for 103 Thieves, and since they have the back spawn, they've been able to reinforce quickly enough to hold on to the remaining time.
Yeah, it's just not the spawn they want right now. You do have Vision Pulse. You have Purifier on 0, so no vision on the side of Faze. So you have a seam. Inside elevator trying to lock this down, but it looks like number 6 Priesta actually got a back spawn, so he's gonna have a 1 versus 1 versus Cellium. Cellium, though, it feels like he picked this up. Who's gonna win the gunfight? It will be Cellium. Nice play out of him.
Cellium at 11 and 18 could use any votes of confidence right now to start bringing his full talent into this map. Faze now take the lead. Scrap's gonna have War Machine out. Almost gets lined up and dropped immediately by Octane, but the grenade's gonna connect and Octane's going to fall. Still a few nades to work with. 4 down for 100 Thieves. They're backed up at elevator as Faze now makes a run. Zuma comes into the flank from mid-map, gets the damage in, heals up, slides away, and gives himself another one-on-one in which he's able to take his SOG. Melting right now as he'll back away again, just gives himself one-on-one after one-on-one. Now gets a fortunate timing. I think top middle comes up behind one, hits the melee, slides and snaps. Octane up to the task though.
Yeah, if that's any other ICR besides Octane, that might go Zuma's way, but a nice life out of Zuma can allow them to win this rotation. The key thing to me right now, when you talk about rotating early onto these hills, Faze just has the advantage. Cellium now gonna connect on to 2 with the Tempest.
The story here, Cellium's Tempest and also Scraps working on those streaks. He's gotta be very, very close. Yeah, he's 65 off, and he's gonna lose that gunfight. Kenny's able to pick it up, so now the next one, the streak hunt, it's gonna be Cellium with this Tempest. They haven't given him a shot yet. Now he's gonna get an opportunity, but Slasher from top middle, it's able to shut him down. So yeah, you're down 60 if you're 100 Thieves, but at least you don't allow 2 players to get streaks. But once again, Zuma doing Zuma things in 0. Winning the gunfight top middle is Faze. Soar on forward. The tempo simply too much right now for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, now you have the Purifier out. 4-0, what can he connect with, if anything? Just trying to spray one side. Slasher does a great job staying alive. The 100 Thieves comeback has to start right now. They still have Vision Pulse on Enable. A lot used for Faze. We'll take a look at the top left, but that's gonna be it. So yeah, he's gonna use the Vision Pulse here. Try to get, all this time if possible. That would only make them down by 20.
Octane patrolling mid-map. Tail into the Vision Pulse. Doesn't lead to much. It's 3 kills for Faze, 4 kills for Faze. It's Cellium with the 3-piece. Cellium gets 4. 5 in a row for Cellium. 175 off streaks, another chance. How he has come alive. What did I say he was? Like 10 and 18? Something just what seems like a moment ago. Now up to even as he has 2 huge streaks. Fantastic stuff from Celium, 31 points away from victory. Faze find themselves as they get the back rotation for Orange.
Yeah, still time for 100 Thieves. You see a couple of kills go in to try to flip this spawn. They'll have 10 seconds to get a lot of map control. We'll see what kills they can find. Nice shots out of Octane. Gonna laser one and they're gonna go. We'll see. Scraps is trying to hold on to the kill cam, but he doesn't. Scraps actually spawns out. So you have a 5 versus 4 right now. 100 Thieves has to go. They will not know that Scraps is behind them. They may know now as they give up the rest of the hill time. Here comes Scraps. Priesta reads it. Beautiful play out of him.
And you needed that. You needed that in this moment. You see the comeback in the cars as 100 Thieves begin to rally. Octane with the position, can't quite finish the kill, but will keep them away from the hard point. Now they're trying to get Faze spawned in the back with 35 seconds remaining, and they're able to do just that. 2:15 off streaks is Octane. Tac 5 comes through for 100 Thieves. A team kill though for 100 Thieves, and Faze able to get in.
Faze
and they can win it. They can win it, so that's what's so scary. It's 100 Thieves have to apply pressure, but also try to worry about the spawns for blue.
Now Priesta, this will give him his grab. He's gonna have to try to play his life right here. Zero though with the pistol. You have the back spawns. You have to go. You have to contest this. A nice cluster out of Scraps will slow things down.
Faze Clan can no longer win it here.
Watch the number 6, 6 and 8. They're gonna have a 1 versus 2 on the opposite side of the map. Can they get a seam out of the hard point? Oh, the hit marker comes through.
And that's just elevation. I think he's at the top up the steps, so it's not gonna hit, doesn't get the kill, but Celium, again, he's 26 and 22 now. What a turnaround it is from Celium. The grab slam does hit for Priesta, but now Celium gonna use one of these streaks. Can he clear anything out? Might not need to, his teammates pick it up, but no, he does catch Slasher. That's 5 down for 100 Thieves. Faze Clan do it. There's the map 1 as they take control of the series. Joe, Celium, it felt like every life he was going on a 4-6 spree after I called him out at something like 10 and 18.
Well, even when he was
big time
at 10 and 18, right around double negative, the score was still very tight. Again, I talked about sort of the 2 Maddox, first to 3 SOGs. He's running the 3rd SOG. If 100 Thieves is getting the early rotation and you have to run into an extra SOG that Kenny's run, or extra Maddox that Kenny's running, he's gonna die more, right? He's just running forward, trying to trade with his other 2 SOGs. But the problem was the end of the 2nd rotation, when you go from blue to pipes, Faze was able to counter that back to back. And that just allows them to get that early rotation. That's when those SOGs become so strong. It was just the pressure from Faze, and a lot of the times when it came to those close spawns, Faze had control. A nice map 1 from them, but 100 Thieves, they had an opportunity, especially off that hot start, just not able to close on out.
I feel genuinely shocked to see 100 Thieves losing this many hard points in this small amount of time, just in the past couple hours here at the championship.
Well, yeah, I mean, we know the type of player that Slasher is, right? We know that he can be hard on himself, hard on his teammates. It just feels like they have to get past this day, and it's tough, right? Just feels like this is such a long day. The exact same scenario happened to him last chance, where you play a very good team round 1, had to go to losers round 1, play another very good team. It's tough to deal with, but you have to move past it.
Well, Joe, before we get into the map 2, we have a very special guest in attendance, one of my favorite human beings in the world.
The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. 2-time, Dr. Disrespect, joining us here on the desk at CWL Champs. How's it been for you so far?
It was good. My agent told me we're going to the main stage.
Well, you know,
Got a little lost.
Retired pros are up here.
Yeah.
So that's why you're up here with us now, Doc.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what we do want to know, that video, tell us a little bit about your ride, your entrance today.
Yeah, I really wanted to bring out the Diablo VT today, but we're having some mechanical issues, so I brought out the Aventador. Did about 185 on the way here, got a little overheated. I was late, but we hopped out, and as you can see by that B-roll that we just rolled out, oh, baby, I'm looking good.
Now,
Right.
there's some people in this venue who would love to get some gaming tips from the one and only. Would you mind helping them out?
Absolutely.
If one of your teammates wasn't online for a scrim on time, what would you do?
Removed from the friends list. In fact, I'm unplugging that PlayStation, right? And I'm gonna make sure that the data's never on the console. Again, I don't want to see his name.
Instant drop.
Delete
Instant
it.
drop, right? And I'm going to Best Buy and I'm buying a brand new PlayStation 4.
Unforgivable, clearly.
That's what I should have did to study when he was on my team.
Are you kidding?
This guy's late. I should just instant drop him.
All right.
PlayStation.
Say you have a very tense gaming session. How do you unwind?
How do I unwind? You got to get in front of the dance floor, right? You got to get loose, huh? I mean, if you're losing, if you're feeling good, you're still winning, right? That's what I don't know. That's kind of what I do.
I dance too. I dance too to get me into good moods.
Yeah.
Can we
the
see some
moves,
moves? One of you guys at least? Can we see something?
Are these wireless?
Oh, yeah. No.
No, they're not. See, I can't.
Okay.
We
nice.
will only have to imagine. Now, how do you cope with defeat?
How do I cope with defeat? I break things.
Anything in particular?
Monitors, peripherals, headsets, mouses, keyboards,
do.
controllers, cameras, right? I fire people. On the stream, I've got a director. Let me go and break this down a little bit. I've got a director, I got a PR guy, I've got an agent, marketing team, director, and I go through so many of them because I get so pissed off sometimes.
Well, there we
That's
have
all.
it.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. All right. The most talented pro player on this desk, who would you select?
You better answer this
Easy
wisely.
answer.
Man.
Easy answer.
Nameless, baby.
For sure. Easy.
What?
Answer, yo. Give me
Are you
that.
serious?
Huh?
Give me that. Give me that.
Yeah.
Cash
Yeah, yeah.
right there. At World War II rank, man. We're
Yeah.
nasty.
Unsub.
And that's actually the correct.
So,
Easy.
Dr.
No offense.
Disrespect. Of all the pro players here, of all of the Call of Duty pro players,
Yeah.
who would you team with?
Who would I team with? I'm going with Karma.
Mr.
the crowd like that
Green
one.
time.
No hesitation. One of my all-time favorites. Hold on a second. Who's calling me?
A flip phone?
This is the two-time. Scump. No. Yeah, it's just for the broadcast. Yeah, you're still one of my favorites. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll talk to you. Okay. Yeah, so it's Karma.
Karma, indeed. And you know what? We actually we have your stats here to show everyone how good you
Oh.
are.
oh my
Look at this guy.
Undefeated.
Boom.
S&D. Never even killed.
Yo, the S&D KD, that's unbelievable, man. I don't even
Pretty
know.
accurate.
Thanos and S&D?
That's pretty accurate. Yeah.
Okay.
That looks
Every roll.
that looks very accurate compared to, dating back all the way to the 1993-1994 Blockbuster Video Game Championships. In fact, this whole thing looks pretty similar to that time, except some of the lighting
Yeah.
and
Lighting's
projection
off a bit.
screens and LCD screens. But outside of that, yeah, I mean, I feel comfortable. This is it. This is it, right?
This is it indeed. Now, one final question for you, Mr. Two-Time. Could you dunk on Maven?
Oh, that's murder.
Could I dunk on him? Well, when he's laying on the ground, passed out, and I'm still holding onto the rim, right, dangling over him. A reality check, Maven, right?
Posterized. Well, Clint blew his ACL out in 1 minute of basketball.
He did.
Dr. Disrespect, thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you for having me.
Two-Time, joining us here.
I appreciate it.
A CWL champ, but now, time to
Boom.
get back into things
Boom.
with Merc and Maven.
Come on, baby.
Let's get it.
No, seriously though, if there was some sort of one-on-one scenario, I'd be good for about 15 seconds, then I would pass out on the floor as he dunked on me. But no, it's great to have Doc here in attendance. Always a pleasure to have him here, so thanks so much. But let's focus back to the match. Faze, 100 Thieves. Faze able to get the map 1 victory. 100 Thieves now gonna have to fight back, and thankfully for them, I mean, all year it's really been the respawn, but this weekend it's been the search and destroy. Can they even up the series at 1-1?
Yeah, you just need to get some good vibes going, I think, on the Hunter Thieves side. But yeah, 4-0 in search and destroy. Not sure, though, if it's been against a search and destroy opponent quite like Faze. Faze is consistently improved in this game mode. But this is, I would say it's desperation time for 100 Thieves. I think this is a must-win map for these guys.
Yeah, I think it felt like desperation time the second they got into the losers bracket after round 1. But now it definitely is. Map 2 now, gridlock, search and destroy. Octane shouldering for information. It's Celium, the guy that made a massive run the second half of that map 1 on the other end of things. Priest has gotten to the central block though, and they're lining up for him. Finishes both fancy shots from Priest to now 0. And a 1 versus 4.
Yeah, he's all alone, but what we always talk about is, can you get in between both of those mirrors inside of that A site? And we saw Priesta very early on, and really what he's doing is just shouldering back and forth, waiting for his time to go, and he found it, was able to find 2 kills.
And that's the 700th time this year we've seen Zero forced to run off the map, jump into the water, do something just based on the fact that he's the guy usually playing on an island.
Yeah, I would love for JP at some point when he gets bored during the offseason to just see how many times he actually at tournaments had to, yeah, I mean, at the end of the round, have to go out of bounds.
100 Thieves strike first. Priesta, look at a rebound from a very rough series for him personally against Luminosity. A nice play there in the round 1 to start out 2-0. He'll be patrolling mid-map. Him and Enable, kind of the quick rotation over towards B. Enable's got eyes tagged up and backs up. You should expect the rotation from the A players from 100 Thieves here momentarily, but Bomb already getting planted at B.
Yeah, one player though, it's gonna be Zuma trying to get aggressive, does find Priestess somehow. I think maybe the team shot comes through, helps him out. And then Zero, he's able to find the one on the flank. This is looking like a very quick offensive round. Maybe one good thing for 100 Thieves, you have Enable at 3-0.
Well, I think Zuma got some collateral damage there onto the second player, so they couldn't even really re-challenge because he smoked both. Octane gets gunned, Celium with the final kill, and a nice round there from Faze. Zero animated after that round. Not sure what they're talking through, but we'll see the best play from Zuma. I think that is lined up.
Well, I think there's a team shot. So you see Enable, he was actually going with some bullets, 2 HP. Enable, yeah, he was putting some shots into his teammates.
How different that scenario could be. Well, that round, that goes a little bit differently.
Yeah, 100 Thieves, if they're able to find that first blood. But we know the way 100 Thieves likes to play offense. It's typically right back to business, but they're not going to go towards that A site. Maybe a bit of a slower push towards the B side. Zuma getting a very aggressive top middle, was spotted by Slasher. Zero trying to do what he can, has to back on up.
Frag grenade from a seam. Little teardrop down below, but it's not going to hit. Able to peek the edges, Zero, but Celium somehow on the force side managed to get a TP. I think you lose a little bit of aim assist there with the telephone pole, so he can't hit the shot. Kenny, though, rotating over through mid-map, picks one from Ice Cream, but Bomb down right outside of that B site. 3 versus 3. They're trying to finish on the wall bang, but can't quite do it. You see a frag available for Kenny as well.
Yeah, you see what Paradox has highlighted. That's going to be number 9, Zero, going on a flank. He might find the opening on the Slasher. Slasher playing this smart, and he's going to get aggressive. Found a great timing. Bomb being planted. Celium just playing very patiently. They are waiting for Zero to make the play. It's on to him. What can he find? Can he find anything? I think Kenny spotted him top window. So you have Octane just sort of tucked away. Celium tucked away. Octane finds Zero.
Celium's playing it so slow because I don't think he has dead silence. So he's been waiting maybe for an easy pick. Now they've got to go. Under 30 seconds to work with, 2 versus 2. Octane gets some information as Celium slides out. Great shots onto Octane. He instantly gets backed up. Tries to re-challenge. Celium gets into Sushi. Could have a free kill on the edge. Able to take that 1 versus 1. Only 10 seconds to work with. Celium gets the kill, but not enough time. 100 Thieves do just enough to get the round victory.
And I will say one thing I'm noticing throughout map 1 and 2 so far for 100 Thieves, I think it's a positive. Kenny is playing much better than he played in their winners round 1 match. And I've always felt like Kenny's such an impact player because typically he's the guy going second with a guy like Priesta following up Enable. If he can turn those aggressive pushes into multi-kills, that's when he really turns the tides.
Yeah, because you think sometimes if Priest is having an off map, like maybe in that first series, it will set up Kenny to drop numbers, right? Like if he's throwing his body to the wind, he's dying. If Kenny's on point, maybe you can get a kill or two after that, but neither of them had the greatest first series today. Looking to make a statement though in this best of 5 versus Faze. A reminder, this is a loser's bracket match. Top 16 and out of the tournament to the loser. 4 up mid-map for Faze, but they're gonna back it up the hole in the wall as they take the push to A. Kenny still has this frag grenade that we highlighted in the previous round. Kenny hit a big one. Frag is out. Not gonna connect, they both back up. Inside of showers, Octane and Kenny just smoked 2. 2 versus 2 though. Priesta out by himself. 1 versus 1, Scraps and Priesta. Priesta takes the fight, but Scraps has got the cover. Shaking it off as Faze get the round win.
Yeah, big round from Scraps there, 1 with the cluster, but I think he gets 3 throughout this push and the bomb plant. So we're gonna see the entire thing from the post plant. A big play from him, especially when Kenny opens it up, but sometimes you just talk about what utility do you have inside of this site. And while you see that player is 1 bullet from the cluster, he gets another kill, then just finishes it off with a 1v1. So 3 for Scraps there.
Big round, that cluster. Very efficient. Scraps has to rebound out, obviously after the loss to his twin earlier today.
And you heard Study talk about it. Him and Celium did not play well. Want to see both of those guys turn it around. Well, B site's going to be free for 100 Thieves if they want it.
Wide the hell open.
Bomb being planted. You have 1 player going all the way around, but this is going to take a lot of time for Faze to rotate over. Asim is spotted. Have this setup. I like this out of Kenny and Slasher. A little bit different look, top middle. Slasher gets taken down. Can Kenny find a kill? I think he gets some bad auto mantle.
Yep, the mantle's what's going to cost him there, but you still have the Paladin set up in the back. Can Octane hit the shots? He gets tagged as soon as he goes for the peak. They just hopped on the bomb. They're going for the defuse halfway there. No one able to spot it. The defuse gonna be through. Zero gets it in. Another round of Faze.
Yeah, I think you're just looking at Kenny to find 1 top middle to make that a 3 versus 3.
And yeah, I think the mantle just cost him. I think he's got to trade. He's got to kill after Slasher falls.
The other problem is you're 2 players with the sniper, 2 Sogs, right? So Octane's getting flinched, can't shoot long range on the bomb diffuser. The other 2 have Sogs, right? How do you get a shot on the guy on the bomb?
Exactly. He has 1 teammate to lay down some cover fire with an ICR. Probably makes the pick easier with the sniper too. 200 off streaks is Scraps, 6-2 start. It's a fast hit. They go soaring on in. It's a cluster through from Slasher. That's gonna force Celium out of position to get the kill. 3 kills now in for 100 Thieves. Scraps and Zero last up, and now you're just thinking about streaks.
Well, are you thinking about the clutch? Zero's able to make this a 2 versus 3. They have the bomb as well. They can get out. That's exactly what they're doing, but it looks like they're just trying to set up maybe a bit of a trap. Scraps is trying to read this, and it looks like they're guessing this rotation. They know they're gonna rotate off the bomb, so this will open things up towards the A site.
I mean, Scraps just needs what? The plant and the kill.
I like this from Faze. The problem is if they take too long, 100 Thieves knows something's going to go up, and this timing might not go their way. This may be very bad for Faze. Yeah, Scraps is going to get on this bomb. 100 Thieves is here now. He has to get off of it.
He heard him. Hops off it. Can he get any kind of kills? The shot's just a little bit off and unable. Takes off his head. Zero now trying to clutch. Not able to do it. As the rotation back comes in just in time for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, I mean, you play it well. It's just I think you overthink that sort of situation, right? I like the play call a lot. You can go back, you can get the bomb down. Maybe he finds a streak, even if they lose that round.
Yeah, I mean, they sat there for, what, 20-plus seconds. You leave 5 or 10 seconds earlier, might be able to clutch it, might be able to get the streaks on the Scraps, but as it stands, it'll be 3-3. We just saw the heavy hit from Faze. 100 Thieves want to take their crack at it. In they go. They got the numbers. There'd be a quick rotation into hole in the wall, but Slasher is here ready and waiting, so he alleviates some of the pressure from his forward players. But they get the pick, and they just group up and opt to wrap out of this.
And while Faze groups up, maybe they're thinking it's an A hit. Scraps and Celium don't see anything. There's the ICR you're looking for towards the B side. Kenny also has a nade if he wants to use it. Faze is here though, they're gonna spot that. He's watching back alley. Nice shots from Scraps to back him down. This could find two. This could find two if he drops it where it needs to go. He's able to find one, but one's pushed up. Does he know this player's here? Has no idea. Zuma finds the timing and gets away with his life. 2 versus 3. Celium though, we'll see you later.
Zuma with a chance to clutch.
There's a lot of weird timings around this side. It's always nerve-wracking to plant this bomb.
Oh my God, can he get some free kills here? Can he get some free kills? Priesta drops. Down to a 1 versus 2. He has a stun to use. Can we check Octane Slasher? Do they have tack mask? Tack on Slasher, tack on Octane.
He's gonna find it though. He's gonna force a 1v1. Just based off the timings. Here we go, Slasher versus Zuma.
Zuma for the 1v3 clutch. Stun is in, hit Slasher, just needs to finish the kill. Slasher though somehow stays up and re-challenges. Zuma tagged low but gets away.
I don't know if he saw him. Maybe the Fog of War picks it up. Slasher now has to get re-engaged. Here we go, Zuma! 1 versus 3!
It got scary after he didn't finish Slasher the first time, but Zuma walks away with a huge 1v3, and Joe, you nailed it right as it started. The timing's terrifying there towards the broken building. He gets wondrous timing twice when he flanks Priesta and then catches Octane as soon as he plants and then able to clutch the one-on-one.
Yeah, it's just one of those plays. I mean, with 30 seconds left, you knew his positioning earlier on. Maybe you overthink that situation if you're 100 Thieves, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can do when he finds 2 free kills.
9 and 6 now for Zuma after that monster clutch.
Really, this is the best I've seen him play all year. If you look at map number 1 and the impact he had, he sort of transcended into a leader, a support player, but we're seeing that he still has the talent to be the Italian stallion we love.
Scraps with the first blood. Zuma still working on those streaks. They have the numbers, and they have them even more. 1 player left, the naval will drop. Celium with 2 of the final 3. 100 Thieves are in trouble, Joe.
Well, I was gonna bring you up, what is gonna be the swing? Who's gonna be the first team to win 2 rounds in a row? We just haven't had it. But behind that Zuma clutch, a freebie, bomb plant, Celium, and Scraps play such a good bait and switch around that white van.
One more round needed for Faze. Zuma on the streak hunt as well. 2-man hit straight up mid-map could turn into a very fast flank as Zero gets the information, but they're just gonna go ahead and back it up and group up towards Broken. Asim waiting patiently here, bottom Broken. Zuma wants to pounce so badly, but these shots coming in from everywhere. 2 people just fly in front of him. He will fall. 3 versus 3 now. Celium and Scraps trying to hit back alley. Asim goes bottom Broken, but Slasher ready and waiting with the ICR. 100 Thieves have got to rip off 3 rounds in a row. They've got the numbers here in round 9.
Faze doesn't know that. They've actually dropped the bomb. Scraps. All these different timings around this broken house right now, and Octane's gonna come out on top. You can see COD timing at his finest, but Celium almost able to bring it back to a 1v1.
I thought he was gonna hit the slide there for a moment and get the shot melee. 100 Thieves still alive in this map too.
But I think it's Priesta who opens this up. Yeah, finds 2 kills back alley, and not only that, he gets away with his life. Watch this play right here. Finds the 2nd kill on the Zero, and look at this movement. Immediately backs away.
How ridiculous did that jump look from Scraps' POV? Like, Priesta came out of nowhere. That's what it looked like. He's just ADS spamming back alley, and suddenly Priesta's in his face. Nice movement from Priesta. Big clutch within that round. On to round 10 we go. And mid-map, heavy from both teams. Celium just gets away.
Now Slasher has to back on up. His cluster does connect. We're gonna have a 5 versus 5. And well, I mean, Faze just goes forward. There's the trade. Octane, though, he's gonna be the difference maker to make this a 4 versus 3.
Strap slides out, takes 2 now. With him, it's a 1 versus 1. And Octane clutches up his mayhem at the back pillar.
That got scary.
Well, not for Octane, apparently.
Yeah, no emotion
just
for my
another
guy.
round.
I mean, this honestly got scary for 100 Thieves. You'll see, it's a 4 versus 3, but Scraps almost lines all these guys up.
I mean, he gets damage into 4 different people there, I think, in that sequence.
Can they win round 11 to tie this up? It would be 3 search and destroy rounds in a row to stay undefeated in search at this tournament.
Round 11, 100 Thieves, FaZe Clan. Away we go. And right up mid-map again. The stun is gonna be out, Priest is gonna hit, he's gonna fly behind, Azuma's gonna get caught. Cellium there though with the trade, 4v4. Now what the 100 Thieves opt to do with this bomb? Just wrapping it back towards A.
Yeah, Seam's just trying to spot for information. I don't know, he might get caught here. Almost does. Bomb not being planted yet. Seam has to back on up. 100 Thieves. Okay, I thought they were going to go forward, but Octane gets picked. Cellium with his 2nd kill of the round.
Huge pick from Cellium. Numbers to FaZe Clan. As they're changing up positioning now. All the pressure to 100 Thieves now to make a play with the bomb. 35 seconds on the clock. And they are just stacked. Maybe waiting for a misplay, but it's Cellium with the pick yet again. In comes the swarm. Slasher in a 1v3 now. Zuma's already got 1 clutch. Can Slasher get it done? Not gonna do it. Cellium with 4 in the round 11. FaZe Clan up 2-0.
Pick after pick with that ICR. Cellium absolutely beaming right there towards the end of the round. I think the big one is on the Octane, right? It's a 4 versus 4. And it's another one of those situations where sometimes I just disagree with the 100 Thieves S&D like philosophy, right? Like 4v4, you have the bomb site. It just felt like, I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to time it so that they could set up the trap when they slide through. But you have the bomb, put the pressure on FaZe, it just doesn't happen.
The plant doesn't come through, and the clutch goes to FaZe in round 11. Now, completely in control of this series. We'll be right back after this break.
100 Thieves is 5 players: Slasher, Octane, Kenny, Priesta, and Enable. The problem at the beginning of the year for 100 Thieves is they had no idea how to play the game correctly. They were unsure of their roles, who was gonna run what. It was a bit of a mess. I mean, 100 Thieves, they had a ton of talent. Nobody was doubting that whatsoever.
But they had, you know, too many Chiefs and not enough Indians. They had a lot of problems, internal problems. They streamed all their scrims. They were arguing all the time. So ultimately, they knew that they needed a change.
So 100 Thieves, obviously going into the year, you know, they weren't the best, but there was a lot of pressure on this new organization. A lot of these players, they made a roster change going into Fort Worth, obviously elevated their success. It wasn't what they wanted, but coming out with a 4th position finish was pretty strong. And going forward, when they won London, it kind of really showed 100 Thieves on the map.
100 Thieves, when they won London, it just proved that they could beat anybody, right? I think one of the big matches at London that we were all waiting for was 100 Thieves versus Optic, but it was 100 Thieves who came out on top, and it just proved that they could beat anybody. They were the best team in the world.
It meant the world to 100 Thieves to win back-to-back. It doesn't happen very often. Sometimes doesn't even happen in an entire title of Call of Duty. But for them to go back-to-back is extremely impressive because the way that they did it.
And even going into Miami, these guys were the favorite, and these guys should have won. However, things got a little messy.
And it comes down to their first game. They got 3-0'd by Faze Clan, which put them in a bad spot. You could tell that they were very frustrated and that their practice didn't really go as planned.
I wouldn't say that 100 Thieves got cocky entering playoffs. You have to be confident, right? You just come off of back-to-back tournament wins. Everybody knows you're the #1 team in the world.
But I think it was just a very unfortunate day one, game one for 100 Thieves.
I think to be a dynasty, you have to win in 2 different games. Maybe get like a 4-peat.
I actually don't think 100 Thieves were at the start of a dynasty. I think it was great to see a back-to-back champion. Would it have been nice to see a back-to-back-to-back champion? Kind of, but I also like the fact that, you know, they've been tested, and that just kind of shows the competition of Call of Duty World League right now. 2019, you don't have 2 favorites going into a tournament. I actually think that is a positive thing.
Well, you heard the sentiments there from a lot of our broadcast team on how good 100 Thieves have been all year, that many of us consider them the favorite coming in. So you can see how shocking this is to have them in this spot, 1 map away from elimination. It's absurd.
It reminds me of Rise from last year,
Yeah.
the World War II season. I mean, it really does. Like,
Hey, Slasher actually cursed.
please, no. I mean, just so solid throughout the year. Just a couple of tough draws. That's just what it comes down to at the end of the day. But I mean, they've been in opportunities to win these maps. That 1 versus 3 can't happen. A 4 versus 3 towards the end can't happen. So
You're right though. It's two. It's not like they're embarrassing losses. 2 tough teams, but wow. It's not over yet though. 100 Thieves still with the ability to pull off the reverse sweep and get the Game 5 victory. But Faze right now, Zuma playing out of his mind. Celium dominating as Faze look to move on in this loser's bracket. We get into the 3rd map as a seam soars into showers.
And remember, at Miami, this was a 3-0 to Faze. Like, these guys, I think that Des was talking about it. There's no like mental game. Faze is confident
Like no
playing
mental
against
block
this
at all
team.
for them.
No.
Yeah.
They're not afraid of playing 100 Thieves. That's what's so important about those events that, you know, were 3 weeks ago. For some of these guys, they just have that confidence right now. They're playing with it.
It's just hard to imagine them getting 3-0'd out of this tournament. Surely we'll see some life from 100 Thieves. Well, there's some life in Priesta. Nice little 2-piece. Kenny falls it up at the wall bang. 2 for him, 2 for Priesta, and 4 down for Faze. Faze will finish off that A point now as they look to rally over to B. 3 life advantage for 100 Thieves. Increased there by Enable's pick onto 0.
Yeah, nice pick by Enable. I thought he was going to get caught. You still have Zuma going around on the flank. That is wide open. We'll see what Zuma can find. 100 Thieves. Nobody's picking this up. Nobody's picking this up. Why is nobody watching the middle of the map? Zuma comes around. 4 go down. What is going on right now?
Zuma with another as 100 Thieves picked apart. The mid-map blunder. The positioning not on point. The comp seemingly off as Faze can slice on through. And that is 2 bits of progress. Nearly done for Faze. They might be able to finish it, but they're not quite able to do it. I thought at first, Joe, they had that second bit done.
I mean, I don't know what the comms are there. I mean, Enable's going through Dojo. You have to be able to say mid-map's open, and maybe he did, maybe nobody reacted, but that was almost a terrible misplay from 100 Thieves. But
it's a play you don't expect from them.
Their very solid start and their big life lead, they still have it here. And only one take, as you said, was taken.
Scraps though, he wins the gunfight into post. Kenny can't turn around the challenges. He's dealing with the gunfight out the mid-street. Slasher gets 2 as well. Onto the back foot once again. 100 Thieves find themselves as Faze 3-stack inside. It's simply moving too quickly. Nobody's gonna get there, and Faze come out hot with the round 1 win. But that defense did not look good at all.
I mean, it did off the start, right? I mean, it was a perfect start for 100 Thieves. You get the setup you want. You have Enable pushed up. He's going to be annoying in the side. A Faze in their base towards Broken, but somehow Zuma gets around, and then Zero finds 2 kills with this ICR. Beautiful shots from him on a Kenny and Slasher.
Again, though, through post, it was Scraps, I think, that won the fight, right? And then you see him just go and shoot another player in the back. Like, I know it needs to be pretty much an instant reaction, but it's things that we've come to expect from 100 Thieves that aren't happening there. Round 1, Faceland, and Celium 350 off streaks, Asim 350 off streaks, Zero 350 off streaks. So progression all around for Faze.
When you're all alive and you can capture that second point, get a few kills as well, it'll put you pretty darn close.
It looks like Faze are opting to completely give up this A zone. 100 Thieves gonna leave 1 person there to slowly progress that 3rd tick as 4 players try to push out the back. Tell you what, you can't push through, that's a cluster. Slasher challenges, Slasher pays. Priesta challenges, Priesta drops. Zuma gets 2 before he falls. As he continues to play lights out, double positive at 8-4.
Yeah, he really has, like, taken over this series with his song. Does get taken down.
As we say that he puts a whole clip between 2 players. Trying to work their way up the back, but again, they got to go through the Stallion. Zuma ready and waiting. Another fight to challenge. Somehow gets away from that. A bit awkward of a fight, but Zuma still up. Even Luck's on his side right now. 5 life advantage for Faze. Tack 5 in for Faze.
Yeah, you waste so much time on the flank. Now you have to try to get control of Broken. Zero full stun. This should be a kill, and it will be. Now the pressure can come from the top street. Zuma, though, takes care of Priesta. Tack 5 in. Really not that many people close to Specialists with the way round number 1 went.
The team with that 4 spree is able to get a lightning strike. Working on the Hellstorm. He's going to grapple over the top as him and Zuma looking to get aggressive towards back alley. That's going to funnel 100 Thieves through mid-map. That number 2 and 5 and Celium and Zero.
I mean, we see this a lot of 100 Thieves on this map, but this just takes so much time. It almost at this point has to be perfect. It really does. And Asim's going to take down Octane. Him and Zuma can bully him if they want to. On the other side of the map, where does the push start? Priesta's going to fly on through. Slasher does find 1, but they don't check for Zero. The trades are there, but now it's Celium with streaks. He's on 5 in a row. You just have had no pressure towards this point.
25 seconds to go. They're stopping the clock at least for a moment. 3 go down for Faze. The issue, all these streaks to use. Add 1 more. 4 in total. Celium with his Tempest as well. 8 life advantage for Faze. 100 Thieves maybe tilted off the face of the earth with how this day has gone. They're about to be a round away from a top 16 finish. Asim is going to go ahead and use the lightning. They're all inside of Sushi. 1's going to drop, another to his Maddox as well. 9 lives left for 100 Thieves. Nice challenge from Asim as the streak is up to 3.
Well, 100 Thieves is still alive, but here comes the Hellstorm to stagger the push. They have to go. They have to fight for the streak inside Sushi. Kenny does find 1. But I mean, this is about it. Only 4 lives left, and I think you nailed it. Tilt is something I would call it. This is a mental collapse here on the stage for 100 Thieves.
The seconds dwindle in a second round up for Faze. One more round for Faze to move on in this loser's bracket. One more round till 100 Thieves goes packing. And just think about the implications for your top teams in the winner's bracket. If you look at your United, if you look at your Optic, you look at these different teams, you don't have a GG, you don't have 100 Thieves. Like, all of these top dogs are lying to the wayside, and you're like, all right, the road in front gets easier and easier. Two streaks still remaining for Faze. We'll see if they can close it out on offense. Grab slam, ready for Asim if he wants to line one up. Tac 5, used immediately for 100 Thieves. Leads to nothing, but kills for Faze. 3 go down, even extra health can't help 100 Thieves right now.
They will give up this 8-point, but that's fine. And again, they were great off the start of the last defensive round. Just try to switch it up, maybe put a little bit of pressure. Still have 2 streaks. You have a lot of specialists enabled though with a nice one.
Can they sub in nade shot mid-game?
I don't know, Zuma right now must have the Kleenex SOG because this guy.
Yeah, what did I say to you earlier? I'm like, did they buff the SOG last night? Like, some of the kills have been ridiculous from the SOG today. 3 life advantage for Faze now. First point done. Roughly 2 minutes to work with.
Yeah, 175 as well. I mean, he gets these so many tools to work with.
And you gotta think, they're gonna take this track through the back, but the next push should be through Broken. You have all these streaks, get control of Broken, layer these streaks in behind a Lightning and a Hellstorm, get the picks you need, progress to Sushi, go for the jugular of 100 Thieves.
A lot of time wasted on these pushes through the back.
I think the telephone pole there made that fight a little bit trickier than he expected.
Like you said, here comes the push through Broken. Zuma finds 2. Not a surprise there. Slasher's going to take down Asim. Zero trying to stay up on the flank, but he will be taken down. Finally, a stellar hold so far for 100 Thieves as they start to get very aggressive on the base of Faze.
Yeah, they really need to continue this hold of Broken, though, as long as they can, because once this gets cleared out by Faze, the streaks become much more of a player. Or you hold on to the streaks for a defense where they're even more advantageous.
Zuma once again in a position to make a play. Enable on a 4 screen. Nice shots from him.
There's a guy that you think will step it up in a moment like this. Enable's certainly one of them. With all the experience he has at the high level. Enable keeps it rocking. 6 in a row now for him. 125 off streak up to 7. Finally, a round out of 100 Thieves. 15-7 life advantage.
Yeah, you need these streaks for Enable. You would love to have them going into an offense. I mean, you take a look at the top left. A lot of specialists going to be used. A lot of streaks going to be used. This is where Faze is going to try to put the game away. Is in this round number 4. What can Enable find? If any, not able to do so.
I think you nailed it. I think you needed those. I think you needed those. Round win 100 Thieves. They've got to win 3 straight rounds, 3 straight maps if they're going to stay in this tournament.
Yeah, Enable's one guy with all the crowd noise around him, right? Just sort of what they're going through right now, can just put that behind him, step on up, and that's exactly what you're seeing.
He's seen it all. He's done it all. Champions can be made in these moments. Can 100 Thieves get it done?
And I like this out of 100 Thieves. Maybe just try to switch it up, force a streak out early on. Should there be some A presence? Can they find Zuma on the flank? Nope. The intelligence for Zuma to know that there could be a B split. Look, he's going behind the B street. It doesn't matter. But he was making that heads up play as Celium finds those 2 players, Octane and Enable.
And now, due to the position of Zuma, you got that close A spawn. You've got to go to A if you're 100 Thieves. and FaZe Clan will just trap them in with 2 streaks still to use, War Machine to use, Grab Slam, Tempest, getting close to that TAC 5 as well. You're gonna have 6 different pieces of utility to use to hold B.
I mean, 100 Thieves will have a lot as well, but
not the streaks.
It's gonna be all 5 dead for 100 Thieves, and now Zuma in that position that we were talking about. Can he find any kills? Has a stun in his hand. Just gonna back on up. Him and Asim gonna play their lives inside of Broken.
You just have no map presence right now if you're 100 Thieves. The win by enabling Kenny towards the back might be something to work with, but it's Asim with 2 kills of his own, locking down Broken, healing up and re-challenging Priesta. Gonna be put to the grinder after he kills Asim. It's Zuma that gets the kill. 26-17, huge life advantage for FaZe. And still, the streaks are everything.
Yeah, finally though, you get top streak control if you're 100 Thieves, but 70 seconds to work with. Kenny's gonna get taken down by Zuma. I mean, Zuma's just won so many 1 versus 1s on the pinches. Can't keep saying his name enough. Grab slam in, Priesta, he's gonna go. Can he find a second? He can. An opportunity here for 100 Thieves. You have a lot of specialists up, you have the streaks as well.
The streaks should be coming in for Baseland. There's one. The
Vision pulse in from Enable.
Immediately. Slasher gets away. The Hellstorm doesn't get anything. War Machine gonna come in from scraps as well. It's Priest in behind, does a ton of damage, but not able to finish either of the kills. He's 300 off of streaks as well. Slasher's War Machine now into the fray. Celium, Lightning Strike is able to pick up 2. They double the live count now, only 8 left for 100 Thieves. The clock stopped as they're on the point. The second bit of progress, almost there, but it's Zuma on a big Zuma flank. Can Zuma find the kills? He finishes off Octane, but that's gonna be all that he can do. Zuma not able to take Slasher with him. No respawns left for 100 Thieves. Look how close they are from finishing this. Grab slam, the clearance. The grab slam comes in. Priesta, what is that kill? Priesta gets it. The contest once again in for Zuma. He just barely gets there, but Priesta gets the kill. And somehow, 100 Thieves get the round win.
A 2 versus 7 Priesta.
What is that?
It's aggressive him.
I
Who
thought
was it? Octane go huge.
I thought he was dead twice. Priesta is nuts. The replay once more.
In this kill by Slasher on Zuma with the RK7. Watch this gunfight. If Slasher goes down here, game's over. The game is over. Look at that strafe with the pistol.
Well, the upcoming strafe by Priesta is naughty too. FaZe keeps getting in to contest at the last second.
What, 7 versus 2?
Look at that one. As he breaks his left stick. He gets the kill, and look how close it is from being finished. And then Priesta with the reflexes there for the shot melee. Round 5. 4 down immediately for FaZe. 5 down for FaZe. What an opening.
Talk about maybe a match-changing play. Here we go, round 5. 100 Thieves on defense. Full control. They have FaZe stuck in their base.
As you can see by the map, as we were showing the replay, they do get A basically instantly. But the kills go the way of 100 Thieves directly after that.
They gotta find Zuma again.
Octane, top Broken, locking it down. Don't count them out yet, up 6 lives. And this is one of those games too where it just felt like FaZe had it won.
I mean,
100 Thieves pulled this out. The momentum just shifts completely.
All right, the last specialist in. Vision pulse out from Zero. Enable though continues. He's at 27 and 21. You have to stay alive behind this Vision pulse. Here comes 100 Thieves trying to hang on. The trades. Those help 100 Thieves.
They're still holding on to this 5 life advantage. You've got nothing to use from either side with regard to specialists. It is all going to be gun up. It's got to favor 100 Thieves massively here as they're on the defensive end. ICRs in power positions. pick after pick from Octane. Their tournament isn't ending here.
Nice shots by Celium. Here comes the pinch. Asim, can he get in the boxes? Big one-on-one. Enabled out, continues. His great game number 3. This guy, a beacon of hope, I think, for 100 Thieves. When you talk about such an important map, Enable, the vet, steps it up. 13-6, the last push now for Faze. No specialist up. Seeing the first guy in, grapples through, gets caught with the mantle. Slasher, Kenny, they both find kills.
4 lives left for Faze.
Unbelievable.
They're getting picked apart. 100 Thieves seem
Unbelievable.
But not quite out. 100 Thieves survive to see another map.
The reverse sweep is on, and it starts with a down 0-2 in control. But that round 4, that was something special. That is what you were looking for if you're 100 Thieves, right? Like, just something to get you going.
What a ridiculous control that was. 100 Thieves still in this series, and how much? It's one thing if you win map 3, but to win map 3 in that fashion, how does this change this series for you, Joe?
I mean, it's just, again, like, that's something that Faze is going to think about now, but the confidence, I think, starts to grow for 100 Thieves. We can do this. What we just pulled off, incredible, right? It's just, all right, let's get to the next map. It becomes about that map-by-map mindset that we always talk about the best teams in the world have.
Let's take another look at the map 4, the round 4. Slasher with the wild RK7 kill, Priestler with the ridiculous strafe out of Sushi. It's a 2 versus 7 at the tail end of this round, and how they pull this out. Asim.
I almost wonder if right here, who was it, Zuma? Do you just try to, I mean, I guess he's just waiting, but Priestler just runs right at him. If you're in a different spot, just contest. Obviously, if, ands, and buts, but all he has to do right there is just wait for his teammates to come off spawn. Talk about how great of a series he's having. Maybe one questionable play right there.
Well, what was mostly the demise of 100 Thieves versus LG was the hard points. They lost both. They lost map 1 in this game. They're headed to a Hacienda. And there was a stat going since Priestler joined this team that they didn't lose 2 hard points in a best of 5 until Miami. Now they might do it twice in a day. The hell?
They get the map. Their tournament life is still alive.
I think the fans for 100 Thieves are starting to get a little bit of life. They can feel the comeback, but they've got to do it one map at a time. First the hard point, and then the search. The opening a little bit better for Faze as 4 drop for 100 Thieves, and that'll lead Faze right to the hard point.
Yeah, nice start, Celium. He really opens it up with 2 scraps as well. Those ICR fights, top balls. Now, we know 100 Thieves, how good they can be on this map. They can do some ridiculous setups at this first in the garage. Zero with a bit of an interesting setup here. The iron side ICR, I'm not sure if that's a mistake or if he wants to run an extra nade, but
A little different.
A little different.
Enable, just patiently waiting to make the play. Garage pops. Enable under the hard point. There's 2 players moving towards this back ramp. Enable's gonna snap. Takes 1 down, but falls right after. Faze with that 4-man collapse. Get into the point. Priest to the next man up. Trying to make the play for 100 Thieves, but not able to do it. It's Celium, Scrap, 0. 4 go down for 100 Thieves. The last man in Enable will fall. Faze continue to hold. Yeah, it's a flank from Asim.
It was great patience from Faze. They set up a huge pinch. The guys back driveway stayed alive. They went for 1 to go all the way around. I think it was 0 towards Rock, and then they just used their numbers advantage to break that setup from 100 Thieves.
Well, Garage dominated by Faze. Only 12 points on the board for 100 Thieves, but they'll get the early setup once again over towards Fences. Not what you want with Priest dropping early in this, and Zuma brings another with him as he makes the play top bar, nearly snaps on the Slasher as well, but 100 Thieves have the early setup, but those early kills from Faze Clan are gonna get them near the point. Celium then wins 1 on the backside. Zuma's gonna get to the point and take out Slasher. Things falling to bits for 100 Thieves, but Priesta on ice skates, able to take down Zuma. He gets traded out though, and again, it's an early setup from 100 Thieves that it just seems like the pressure gets there too quickly towards the objective for Faze Clan, Joe.
Yeah, but 100 Thieves able to respond. 3 kills in a row. Slasher's able to get on it. Kenny with a couple of big one-on-ones well side. Played very patiently. He's starting to heat up now 3 in a row. We always talk about 100 Thieves. One of their strengths is being able to earn some streaks. He's not going to be the one to do it. Scraps and Celium take down the rest. So they'll find their last 10 seconds, but you already have Kenny set up for the next.
Oh, another early setup for 100 Thieves. Can they actually turn it in to a big chunk of time?
Zuma.
Looks like a great stun, but I think he gets flanked as that connects. Cluster through from Scraps. Priesta tries to go high, but picked out of the sky. Both clusters used in this chaotic moment at Rock. Kenny can't quite finish both kills off. And it just feels like neither team can really get comfortable, man. It is just chaos around the hard point. No one's got that ideal setup and spawn out that they want.
Scraps is trying to find 1 for streaks. He's trying to find 1. Can he find it? Yep.
Well,
full streaks for Scraps. Scraps stepping it on up now. Him and Celium. Study talked about it. These two now triple positive in map number 4.
7 in a row for Scraps. 8 in a row for Scraps. No bullets for Scraps, so there he finds an ICR. Unfortunately, only 6 in the clip, so he'll end up falling. But Faze Clan firmly in control of this map 4 as we get into our second set of rotations. For 100 Thieves, you're down big. First set didn't go well. What do they need to fix, Joe?
I think it's this first and second setup that we've seen them do time and time again. Can you get Faze where you want to spawn? They just need a big hold. They haven't had one. They need those early rotations. Octane, he's going to use the Tempest, able to connect on 1. Can he find Celium? Doesn't look like it. He does have some help. Just try to find this time anywhere you can right now.
Priest has stepped it up this series, but Kenny struggling mightily in this map 4. 7 and 15 from Kenny.
Yeah, I mean, Slasher right behind him.
Yeah, those two. Your Maddoxes, they've got to pick it up in this game. They have to.
I mean, look at the other Maddox duo, right? I mean, that's why. Scraps is double positive, Celium's double positive.
Scraps still with those streaks. 2 exhaust. Slasher trying to avoid this cluster, but the lightning strike now going to come in from Scraps. Scraps gets picked up right as he's calling in the lightning strike.
Nice hold so far from 100 Thieves. You had the lightning strike come in, so 1 streak gone, but you still have a very close spawn from Faze. He's trying to find a seam. He is able to find it, but here comes the pressure. Nobody in the hill right now.
A good hold in the final bits of this hard point. Gets 100 Thieves right back into this game. Slasher just gets 1 with the War Machine. The grab slam's gonna come in. It's just gonna be Celium that's gonna fall with it. 1 more player there from Faze is gonna back out for a moment. That's a seam that's gonna wisely wait for his teammates, but they just go ahead and push him out. So with this final bit of time, what about a 30-point game? And that looks great considering it was, what, 120 to 50?
That's what you needed, a big 1 and 2. They were able to find it. Now the tough part, can you break this setup? Plus, you're going to have to deal with 1 more streak on the side of Scraps. Slasher flying on out. Can he find some streaks? Not able to do so. All dead for 100 Thieves.
And you can see with the seams position, he's going to make it difficult for 100 Thieves to rally across from well. Scraps just biding his time, playing back fences, now going to slide out and challenge. He'll get caught. Everybody feels like they're dropping from either side, but Traps wants to get the Hellstorm in. He sees everybody, two are going to fall, two able to scramble away. As Faze do a nice job answering the stronghold from 100 Thieves at Garage with her own hold here at Fences.
100 Thieves right back into it. Asim's the last member here. He's going to get taken down, so the scrap time. Going to go to the way of 100 Thieves, so no more streaks to deal with. Both teams going to have a lot of specialists, but specialist advantage in the other phase. There's a lot of theirs are loaded on up.
40-second game. Zuma patrolling top bar. Octane, some fancy shots there to take that gunfight. Asim, though, putting the odds in their favor. He somehow stays alive. Thought maybe he was going to get 2 or 3 with the grab slam, but walks away with 1. His 3 kills not enough to hold on to Rock for Faze.
Yeah, I almost questioned the grab slam there. He was the last player left. 5 go down.
Can Octane get these streaks? 55 off now. 30 points down. Here comes the push. Can he get the streaks? There he hits the shots. There's the streaks. 1 kill, 1 assist with the damage done. 24 and 16 from Octane, 5 in a row. As he begins to take over this game, the massive lead for FaZe Clan now gone. 7-point advantage into our 3rd set of rotations. 100 Thieves bring it back.
And behind that, you saw the grab slam was used. You saw the TAC 5 was used. Now, Selim going to use the Tempest. Does connect. Can he find the tower? He does. Kenny. The chair saves him for a second. But a lot of time right now being earned here by FaZe.
Selim is 36 and 18, Joe.
Yeah, but Enable's making a big play right now. Through bottom secret. He's found 2 kills. Not going to find the 3rd.
Selim a chance to now get streaks as well. 25 points away. FaZe close to eclipsing the 200-point mark, and what a one-on-one win it is from Selim. Lightning up, snap-a-doodle-doo. Enable gonna get cut down as well. Full streaks in for Selim. So you have 2 for Selim, 2 for Octane. The lead, it was 7, back out to 50 for FaZe. Desperation now for 100 Thieves.
Vision Pulse is gonna come out, I think, from both sides. Yeah, Zero's gonna use his. Wow, Priesta wins his one-on-one. Selim gonna use the Hellstorm, but there's nobody here. It's just him. He has no reinforcements right now, but the break's not there from 100 Thieves. It might have been enough. Priesta inside, staircase him, and Octane are gonna fly.
They spawn so close in the back that they're able to get there so quickly. 3 down for FaZe, back into the hard point.
Well, okay, streaks
that War Machine does nothing as Octane shoots his own grenades.
43 from Selim.
Having himself a map, Joe.
Octane's gonna use the Hellstorm to try to hold on. I don't know if he's gonna connect with anything. So you have 1 streak each when we go to fences. Priest is gonna have grab, again, another, this reminds me of the LG game that 100 Thieves had, where they had a couple of specialists now. They can use this to close this game out and go to a game 5.
20 points down.
And they do it perfectly on that rotation.
Kenny making the play. Kenny started out slow, but now 5 in a row. Octane has his Tempest. Slasher about to get the War Machine, and grab slam here for Priesta as 100 Thieves look to get it to the map 5. The last streak from FaZe in.
Respond right away. Yeah, you respond with a streak of your own right away. That's going to connect with 1, only 1. Very close to blowing up Zuma. The pressure's going to be here for FaZe. Selim top balcony. Does a great job. Grab slam in. Able to connect with 1.
And he stays alive. Gets caught though as soon as he gets outside. Enable with a lovely 2-piece as well.
FaZe can still win here. 100 Thieves cannot.
FaZe desperately trying to contest. Enable now with a chance to get streaks. There's the lightning for Enable as he has come up clutch in maps 3 and 4. A lead change likely here, and now the lightning. It's the ping and the call. Octane, what a shot as he's hit the 13 HP. The 100 Thieves forces flooding forward. Lead now to 100 Thieves. It's a contest. Inside of the point as the flank comes through. Enable will find his second streak.
Hover it, slow it down. There you go. Good play from Enable. Heads up play. They're all in garage now. What can he hit? Nothing. Slasher though. Slasher's close to some streaks as well. Just needs one more bullet in a player. Kenny finds 2.
10 more points needed for 100 Thieves. Slasher gonna call on the lightning. Faze desperately trying to get in and contest. Can they get through? Kenny once again.
They do it again.
Up with a double. And 100 do it again. They do it. Give us a map 5.
Holy moly. Down 0-2, win map 3. Down 100 points, win map 4.
How are they doing this, Joe?
Octane steps up, gets streaks. Enable steps up, gets streaks.
What is Celium end up with?
I don't
50?
even know. I have no idea.
How about Kenny, though? The double negative start into big play after big play.
The pressure is on Faze now, baby.
What a match to close out day 1 of the championship.
Celium had 7,500 damage.
What a map from Cell, but not enough to get the win. Faze Clan so close to closing it out. Map 3, but 100 Thieves come alive. Map 5 up next. Titans collide. One more map. This is the loser's bracket. The loser finishes top 16 at the biggest event of the year. There's $2 million on the line, and 100 Thieves probably come in as the favorite to this event, Joe. A map away from elimination. This newly formed Faze team.
A round away. They were down 0-2.
That's true.
They were down 0-2. They were down 100 points.
But it all comes down to this fifth and final map. We're going to Arsenal, and all the talk of the improved search and destroy for 100 Thieves and how Faze, if they're going to win championships, they desperately needed to get better in that mode. Well, it all leads to this, buddy.
We've watched over the past few months Faze really become a solid Arsenal search and destroy team. They've played Optic a few times on it. I want to say at Miami, it was Arsenal S&D that they beat them on.
Here we go. Map 5, Faze, 100 Thieves. It all comes down to this. Who's going home top 16? Octane, set up deep. Can't quite hit the flick, but look at that 3-man push coming in on the flank. It's Zero, that number 5 highlighted. It's gonna be the first line to deal with this from Faze.
He's got a lot of help though. He has Zuma and Celium right there with him. But both those players can take it down. Here comes Zero. Zero trying to find the second, but it's Kenny. Now it's all down to a 1 versus 1.
Kenny versus Scraps. 20 seconds on the clock. Scraps shouldering. Scraps backing away. Out comes Kenny, and Scraps with the headshot takes the 1-on-1.
The flank goes well for 100 Thieves, but near the bomb site, it was Faze. It was a 2-on-2. Scraps comes out on top. And I mean, he gets put into a very tough position, but you're gonna see Kenny has to fly out. First bullet goes the way of Scraps.
Oh my God. I didn't realize he got hit that hard.
Yeah, down to 14. One more bullet.
That's a way to start off game 5. A 1v1 like that. Round 2. Octane to top window to look for a pick from the offensive end.
A lot of aggression A side from Faze though.
Here comes Faze. They're gonna back it up though. Leave one lurker, and that's a hit marker.
You see number 8, that Slasher getting a lot of information. He's gonna have the first info. Well, he finds the first blood. Celium spotted him, probably gives the call out, but Slasher doing Slasher things, finds 2 kills. So difficult to get out of that position. You see the nade loading on up, but I think he puts it away, and just like that, it's all up to 0. And a 1 versus 4. Priesta finds the last one. Starts with Slasher though. A beautiful play from him.
Slasher goes huge. 100 Thieves get the round win, and we'll see it again as the best play.
I mean, Celium spots him, gives him the call out, but yeah, I don't know if Scraps just gets caught, what it is.
Look at this little jump shot onto Zuma. Beautifully done from Slasher. Faze. Look like it's going to be a mid-map and B hit. You saw Octane has a frag available on the defensive end. It's going to be Kenny really here by himself spotting for information.
My man's out.
Sees a player, gets the hell out of dodge. But this frag grenade from Octane, if Faze go for this push, could be huge.
There's also nades coming in on the side of Faze. They're going to try to nade this player. Looks like they may back away. Still a lot of time to work with. There's nobody really mid-map from 100 Thieves. They have one player watching their lobby. That's going to be Priesta. Him and Enable the duo over here. We've seen Faze do this. Celium loves to just pick people off through those doors.
Slasher with the cluster. Gets the first blood. 3 players mid-map for Faze. Now they got to make up their minds. Only 30 seconds to work with.
Enable and Priesta still need to stay alive. Do not let Zero make a play. He's the guy on the lonely island.
There's the frag. They just back out of it, so that's not going to connect, but that'll give them the information that they're bringing this back through lobby. 10 seconds to work with, and this is something we talked about Faze a lot in Miami. They have a lot of rounds where they don't give themselves a lot of time, but they're able to get the plan in. Enable goes out and challenges him and Kenny, able to get the kill. Slasher involved in the mix as well. And into the grinder goes Faze. 100 Thieves, it could not be cleaner there on the retake.
Yeah, beautifully done, beautifully executed by 100 Thieves. I mean, you see Priesta and Enable, they go low, the ICRs go high. Kenny with a big first gunfight win with that ICR. Again, he's just so flexible with all the different weapons that he can use on the map. Always so tough to deal with. But that's what we saw a lot of from Faze, right, on their offense, is they love to try to pick a player on that stairs. Usually it's Celium with the ICR, just with that FMJ.
Quick question for you, just about Faze. When this team formed, one of the big question marks was leadership, right?
Leadership, yeah.
Where are your leaders going to be tested more than when you're one round away from closing it out to 3-0 and you get pushed to a map 5? Who's stepping it up?
Well, I thought it was going to be Scraps in round 1. But on the other side, it's Slasher at 5-1, Kenny at 4-1. Players that have been in grand finals at Champs.
Grenade out from Faze. Not going to hit. Celium just nearly finishes the kill. Asim's going to try to chase it. He's actually able to clean it up. So beautiful teamwork there from Celium and Asim.
You have a bit of a 1v1 going down towards the other side. Yeah, Zero and Slasher were both inside vents. They both come out at the same time. Asim gets aggressive. Him and Zuma get aggressive. They find the opening on the map. Well, and this is usually Celium's playground.
Nice re-challenge from Zero. One player left for 100 Thieves and Enable with 25 seconds to work with. Asim spots him. He should have 2 players. The challenge, that's the case. And well, the first blood comes behind what Celium putting in probably 100, 120 damage. Asim with a jump shot to pick up Kenny. They play well around the numbers, but Asim, I guess you could say he's probably the man of that round 3.
I mean, there's a chance there if Slasher's able to win that one-on-one against Zero. But still a very tough situation because you could see Enable's able to get through lobby. Maybe they can plant that bomb just like we saw Faze do.
Take a look at the mini-map and see what Faze opt to do on offense. It's aggressive up through mid, aggression from 100 Thieves towards A.
Yeah, it's the same setup, but instead of wrapping back, they're getting aggressive. Do Faze recognize this? They're playing a lot around middle of the map. You have Zuma, Asim inside events. Octane, he's got to be the lone man. He has to stay alive in this situation.
And I think that's Asim just holding onto a stun.
Yep, here we go. He's coming out. He's coming out. He's not going to know. He's not going to know. Gets caught off. But the nade does connect.
That's huge. You at least take one down as you drop. 4v4. Bomb now getting planted at A for Faze. Zero, once again the lurker. You see at number 5 on the minimap.
And it's the same with Slasher on the other side. These two just trying to make moves on both sides of the map. But here comes the pressure towards Slasher. I think he's going to get caught. He does.
The stun comes in, but not going to matter as Enable's able to connect. Numbers stay with 100 Thieves. Can Celium make a huge play here? Him and Asim going to push forward. Celium gets one, but then he drops. Asim finds himself in a one-on-one, but it's Enable, the last man standing. He'll get the defuse and put 100 Thieves back in front.
Yeah, a few more seconds in that vent, and that just turns into a terrible situation for Enable. Celium, Asim, they make the right play call. They play the 2 versus 2, and they do come out on top, but Enable times it right. Able to get the defuse. I tell you what, these guys, 100 Thieves, they win this series. That is your MVP right there. Enable, down 0-2, has stepped up massively in every situation they've needed him.
Talk about Enable stepping it up. Celium has that ridiculous Game 4. 7,500 damage, nearly 50 kills. 4 and 5 right now, but we know he's a search and destroy wonder kid. When will his mark be left on this map? And Zuma, who's been great all series long, sitting at 0-4 in this map 5. Slasher has this cluster to use, just spotting for information. Over towards B, Zuma almost gets caught. Zuma does get caught. Lovely shots from Octane. Zuma's woes continue as he's 0-5 in the first blood. To Octane and 100 Thieves, bomb.
Zero's inside vent though. Can Zero make the play? He's inside a vent. Zero has to pop on out. Priesta though is watching over it. Heads up play from him. 5 versus 4, you have the advantage. Then watch number 8, it's Slasher again, playing on this island. When does he come out? A nice nade might connect on one, doesn't. And there we go. Slasher says hello, finds the kill, and then they're gonna fly. Priesta, Enable, now down to 0. And he's gonna, guess what, go off the map.
Yeah, we've seen this before, but a perfect collapse from 100 Thieves. 2 rounds now separate them, 4-2. 100 Thieves.
Well, we talked about it in game 2. Who is gonna be the one team to string together 2 rounds in a row? This time it's 100 Thieves. We'll see if they can take advantage of it. What adjustments do Faze make on this offense, but it starts with this shot right here. Nice little jump shot from Octane, the human turret. And now 0-5 for Zuma.
And I know it's different spots are in the tournament, but remember the one thing that propelled 100 Thieves in their first win, right? Was that reverse sweep over Gen G. And it seems months and months ago, but after that, something's flipped with this squad. A chance for the reverse sweep here, now 2 rounds away from the improbable comeback over Faze.
Look at Zero right now. He's kind of waiting for Slasher, but Slasher's not there. And the way 100 Thieves have been playing, the flank
what
is
is that?
Ridiculous shot, yeah.
Nice strafe, and Kenny couldn't quite track him. Big win from Asim, 5v4 to Faze.
I think Priesta heard the doors open by a window. Thought they were gonna wrap on back and
well, they started to.
Priesta's in a good spot right now, though. He can make the play, him and Slasher. If they go, and Zero's not watching this angle, this could be bad. Enable, though, he gets pushed up, able to find one. Can he play his life? He has nobody watching over him, though, right now. They don't know that. The stun is there. Can he find another kill? Enable not able to do so.
But he at least gets a kill. Thought maybe he survived long enough, but in comes Zero. Octane, last man.
The nade.
But he just has to stop them from getting this plan in. It hits, but not much damage. Oh, that's bomb down. That's bomb down. Octane, make clutch in the 1v3. Zero hunting, 8 seconds on the clock. He's gonna wrap it around. Does he get the read? Here comes Zero. 2 seconds, 2 seconds, and Octane with the ice.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the clock, right? We talked about it with Faze sometimes. He has the gun, he backs up, scraps Zuma, can't challenge. Finds both kills. I think Zero plays this quite well. He goes in a bit of an off angle, going up high.
Well, it was what, the Zuma 1v3 in the map 2 gridlock? It's Octane's turn in map 5. One more round. That may have been the dagger. A round away from heartbreak for this Faze roster.
Well, they go right back to this A site. You still have Zero inside events. This time he switches it up. He's gonna come on through. Gonna come behind Enable. Oh, but Kenny's there, at least for the trade. 3 versus 3, a cluster. Gonna really slow things down. Another player in vents, that's Asim. Slasher's gonna take the one-on-one.
It's all on this retake. Kenny's gonna catch him. Numbers 100 Thieves again. It all rests with Celium. He drops, and the reverse sweep for 100 Thieves.
from being down 0-2 in control. What was it, 4 streaks? Faze was ahead. All the specialists in the world. 100-point lead in hardpoint.
One of the most spectacular series and comebacks that you will ever see.
They stay alive.
On one side, triumph. The other, heartbreak as Faze finished top 16. One of the Titans, one of the favorites. Their tournament dreams are over.
I mean, I can't get that round out of my head. I don't know. Like, it's.
What, the 2v7 control round?
Yeah. Changed everything. The Celium, almost 50 kills. It's only Friday. It's losers round 1. Are you gonna make it? I'm a little bit worried about you.
Yeah, I'm gonna need like throat stuff tonight. Like I've been screaming all day, like some sort of, I don't know, medication, hot herbal tea.
We'll just do tea, yeah, we'll do that.
I am, woo!
Okay.
That was a fun one. We casted that. We had the LG series, which was the insane one.
We started today with NV units.
And the game 5 there, like, it's Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed that, because wow. Well, except for the Faze fans, probably not, as they will lose that. But Octane, what a 1v3 it was in the game 5, and we've got him on stage with the PlayStation Instant Reaction.
Thank you, Clint. What an amazing comeback. You live to fight another day. How are you feeling right now?
I'm happy we decided to show up and play Call of Duty today. LG, it was a flat series. We didn't come out hot at all. We just weren't playing how we should. And that series took a lot out of us, and I think that wait in between really didn't help at all. So those first 2 maps, we were flat. I don't even think we wanted to play, to be honest. And once we won that control round with like 2 lives left, I think that was the jump start to the rest of the series.
What exactly were you expecting as you headed into this series?
I was expecting to win. I don't care how, I don't care. Reverse sweep, 3-0 in 5 minutes, doesn't matter. I was expecting to win.
Well, overall, you are here in the losers bracket. Kind of what's your mentality and how do you feel about the position you are in and the road you have ahead?
That was for top 16. So we got a lot of work to do. So.
All right, well, good luck with that. Thank you so much for the interview. This has been your PlayStation Instant Reaction. Back over to Katie at the desk.
Thank you, Jess. Unbelievable, impeccable gameplay from 100 Thieves to bring that back. You could not have been closer to defeat than they were at the hands of Faze Clan. But Faze Clan going home top 16. I am shocked. Have you ever seen something like that?
They must not have been around COD since like 2006.
Yeah, you guys are aged.
Like 13 years, and that is the single most improbable comeback that I've ever seen
in my life.
And on a stage like this, like
that was
Faze was supposed to win that match.
That was the biggest choke I've ever seen.
I don't even know it was.
There's
a combination of it being a choke and just 100 Thieves never saying die. You're supposed to lose this round.
Like, I was speechless watching this. He goes in with the grab slam, he gets this kill. He has his SOG out, the guy runs in, it's Priesta. He needs to win that gunfight.
2v7.
Even then, he's
Zuma
in to
has
throw
stun
your
here.
stun to slow them
here.
down.
Yeah.
They did everything they could that map. Everything was pretty much perfect in the rounds they won. They used their specialists and everything there at the end, and they just choked.
100 Thieves teamwork didn't even look good up to that point. It just looked like 100 Thieves came out flat.
Defeated.
Oh yeah. I mean, we all know how American pros play. They're giving up the flank to Zuma. Giving up post flank to Zuma. He was getting 3 kills. We all know Zuma flanks all the time. Yeah. It's called the Zuma flank.
Zuma ran through ice cream on that gridlock like 6 times and they didn't pick up on it. And they still lost Faze still lost the map. It's mind-blowing to me, the mental collapse we saw on both ends throughout the series.
Well, and the regain on the part of 100 Thieves, though, to be that close to clearly visibly look defeated before they were even defeated and be able to come back and reverse sweep.
We talk about how much momentum is like an impact in these matches, right? Like Faze had all the momentum in the world, and then 100 Thieves do something incredible on accident, honestly, in that control. That stuff happens by accident when a team chokes like that.
Let's take a look now.
Faze
would have used that going
in that round where that happened. Faze used everything. That round 5 for 100 Thieves was pretty, like, in the scheme of things, pretty easy after Faze used every bit of utility they had to win that round. and then win it.
If Asim kills Priest, they're running into, Sushi right there. The game's over, right? Like they had to choke for them to win that, and then going into that next hard point, it was like poetic the way it ended. How insane it was. Octane picks up those streaks. They all start going on a tear on fence, and they're able to close out and rock. Unbelievable.
The rotation from garage to fence by Kenny and those guys, it was flawless.
Yeah.
That game was right on the brink of being over too. Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure FaZe was up 100 at a time. They were up 100.
Yeah, they were dominating.
They were dominating that map every single second. Celium had 49 kills, guys. 49 kills. 7,500 damage. It came down. One play that just really irked me that entire time was that 4th pill. Asim was able to fly in there, pick up a 2-piece, but all of his teammates died. He wasted his grab slam and only got 1 kill, and none of his teammates were there that able to pick up that hill time. 100 Thieves was just able to get right back into that. It was just, I just felt like they were just getting so frantic in certain situations, and 100 Thieves just capitalized.
Absolutely, both teams were. That was an insane match. That was the best match we've watched all year.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, especially to do it here at Champs when you already weren't having the best day to be able to take it back like that. Now let's bring up our losers bracket, because despite all of the odds, despite everything going against them, 100 Thieves will continue on here, and FaZe Clan unable to close it, unable to seal the deal. And they are done. Top 16. I can't, and Zuma was having the game of his life. Celium, unreal, but just not enough.
Splice, Envy, and FaZe all out of the tournament. This day extracts a heavy toll.
And you can see it there. Of course, our winners bracket, some of the teams with a few more inches of breathing room, a few more moments.
Some good matches coming up.
There's some big
survive
matches.
here.
There's still a long road ahead for these guys,
really
though.
long. It's only Friday.
This is still only.
It is only
these guys
Friday.
are only sitting at top 12 right now. Like, there's a long way to go for these guys. So.
Luminosity may be able to get some revenge on Dylan. They're going up against him in winners round 2. It's gonna be a good match. I'm excited for that.
Now, we asked you on Twitter using the hashtag CWLPS4, which match results are catching your eye the most? Perhaps this one, but from Agile has to be LG beating 100 Thieves, setting up a chance for the back-to-back champs to get top 16. Well, that did not quite play out, but almost, very much so. From Ricky, Reciprocity beating FaZe, nobody saw that coming except for maybe Wuskin. Really? Perhaps. And from FaZe Inc., LG blowing 100 Thieves away, did not see that happening, especially since LG was so close to being knocked out. And this is, now coming off of that, this is the second time we've seen a team come so close to being knocked out. LG and now 100 Thieves, and somehow staying alive. I mean, LG with a little help from someone else, and 100 Thieves with help from themselves.
This only happens at Champs. People get nervous and start throwing away strategy at COD Champs. We see a lot of the pro players tweeting out like, this only happens here, what am I watching? And when they say, what am I watching, really what they mean is, why are they not playing the correct way? It's easy to watch and be like, why do you do that? When you're in the game and your life is on the line for one single gunfight, it's hard sometimes to make the right decision when the implications mean you're going home from COD Champs.
On that note, we need to talk about our Astro MVP candidate for the day, and that is, of course, going to be Formal from Luminosity Gaming, going so very big for his team, helping them stay alive here, and putting in the work.
It's incredible how good this match was. This match feels like it was like 17 hours ago.
Yeah.
Just a couple hours ago, and Formal went crazy today. What an incredible performance for him to even put 100 Thieves in this position to begin with.
It's just so insane. Like, after LG went through such a hectic day yesterday, and the energy that they were able to bring out today versus 100 Thieves, quote unquote, probably the best team throughout Black Ops 4. That was insane. Now, I can't even imagine how 100 Thieves' energy is going to be going into tomorrow after the Super Mega Ultra reverse sweep that they just heard on FaZe. I couldn't even believe it.
I mean, really, if you're FaZe Clan, what do you...
I mean, it's over for you.
It's over. There's nothing you can say.
Nothing left to say?
No.
No. I mean,
good try.
Good try.
Yeah, good try indeed, but let's look. PlayStation Damage dealt leaderboard. Formal is on top for his team, followed by Dylan, Simp, and Apathy, all the way down. Slasher, the only one from 100 Thieves, making that list, but again, no surprise on how Formal's been playing, that he is on top.
I mean, Formal, just how fast he's been playing is incredible, because he's usually that player that's sort of slow. Like, he's played the main AR in a lot of games, and, you know, he sort of baits his teammates, but now he's flying in for these guys. He's flying in for Skies, he's flying in for Brack, and, you know, earlier on that Frequency Hardpoint, we watched him play that came down to the wire. He had like 64 interactions. Like, he was the guy leading in the interaction column, which is absolutely insane for a player like Formal to, you know, take the back seat and say, I'm just going to fly in and use my gunny and kill these guys. It's working out well for him.
It certainly did indeed, and that's why Luminosity Gaming is still here, still alive, moving into Saturday. And then you can see it, our schedule for tomorrow, kicking things off with Evil Geniuses and E-United at 10 a.m. Pacific. You will not want to miss that matchup. It is sure to be excellent. Friday did not disappoint, as some teams found their form and others started sluggish. Team War, Splice, Singularity, Envy, Faze, 100T, and Elevate were knocked out of the winners bracket, with the likes of Splice, Envy, and Faze Clan being sent home top 16. EG looks as strong as they ever have, and what's more, 2 amateur teams are continuing onward and will continue their runs tomorrow. If you missed it, the 2-time Dr. Disrespect did join us here on the desk. CWL Champs continues tomorrow, starting with E-United versus Evil Geniuses.